Nah, cause he be trying to, he be doing a lot. He be a lot. First off, it's an honor and a privilege to have you down here. You be on a lot of platforms speaking the truth and trying to kick knowledge and everything. Pee-wee Kirkland, what's going on with you, brother?
What's up, brother? What's going on? Thanks for having me, Stayfly Nation.
Thanks for coming down here and blessing us with your presence. But for the people that don't know, give them a little bit about yourself.
They say I'm a streetball legend, but I was actually, I'm from Harlem, first of all, Harlem. And I was born in Harlem Hospital. I started becoming in love with the game of basketball at 9 years old. I was playing since I was 9 years old. And I had, an affinity for handling the ball in basketball. And I'm one of the only streetball dudes that made the pro Rucker team in 1972. When we used to be playing with all the NBA athletes and all of them. So my legacy goes back since then.
Well, see, now, we was going to mention your highlight, playing basketball, but we know people elevate. We don't know what type of time you were in. But you were one of the greatest streetball, definitely a streetball legend. And you were around when they had like N1 mixtape and all that. How was it back then? Just being around people like hot sauce and them.
It was easy, you know what I'm saying? I broke a lot of ankles, and we didn't have all them great shoes back then, so, I used to put tissue in my shoes and play. And my ankles, my feet used to swell up. My mom used to be like, yo, listen, you got the house funky. You come and drop your sneakers by the door. They perforate throughout the house with that odor. But anyway, I loved the game, so all the ass whoopings I got when I was a kid never bothered me because I knew that the game was, about life, basically.
And now, what about the people that said it was ultimately drugs that got you done with the game?
And I'm not gonna lie, when you in Harlem, you got a lot of negative influences, and I started peddling a little bit, dealing, and I got charged as a kingpin, went to jail.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
But that's all part of living and learning. That's why I'm out here now and I'm talking to the kids, tell them don't squander your dreams or your talent because that's what can happen.
And do you still play ball?
Definitely still playing ball, and I challenge anybody to a one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? I'll still crack you, I'll spot you 10 points, I've always been like that, even when the NBA players was coming down and playing in Rucker Park, that was a big thing until the NBA put something in the contract and the clause. Because they were scared that they high-paid Negroes getting hurt and they couldn't earn that money. They forbid them to come down there. That's when it kind of got slowed down and they wasn't coming down. But I used to be cracking, whether you was in the NBA playing pro, cross seas, you come down here, you was getting cracked.
And now, they said it was a lot happening off the court, and which had your life really spiral into a different trajectory. But when you were playing ball, it was said that after a game, it was a major shootout over some money. Was that you?
No, not at me, not at all, not at all. Me, I really didn't like no violence associated with the game or with the hustling. I was always about brotherhood and love, and and just bringing people together. So if we bet and you lost or I lost, you was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't gonna turn to no guns. We gave everybody a fair one. We knuckle up with everybody. If your mama wanted to knuckle up, I knock her out.
I said, wait a minute, wait a minute.
But it was always a fair fight. I never got into the violence thing heavy.
What will you be getting into nowadays? You back been ball or what?
No.
Are you throwing
I might do some scrimmage events and speak to the youth. I just like to educate, and really, I'm an advocate for staying clean and not dabbling in drugs and using or selling, because really, they'll lock you up and they'll talk like they're gonna rehabilitate you and all that, but can't nobody really rehabilitate you. You gotta rehabilitate yourself. That's why I'm trying to educate them before they fall into harm's way. Kids.
Thanks for coming out and talking with us. It's always a pleasure to have a streetball legend and the Kingpin and the street legend overall from Harlem. But thanks for coming out and talking with us.
Appreciate you for having me. Harlem.
Pee-wee Kirkland.